Good evening, class. I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening, staying warm. I hope your week is going great as well. We are halfway through the week, ready for the weekend. This week's discussion is evaluating information found on the internet. And to be honest, I'm not really too sure what we need to talk about, but I will give my take on the discussion for the week. So I like to, when I'm looking for something to do, somewhere to go, maybe somewhere to eat, or maybe just a store to shop at, a hair salon, nail salon, and even for research, school papers, or even discussion questions. Number one, if I'm going somewhere, I always go off the reviews. I'm big on that. Even when I was looking for an apartment, I went off of a review. But I will say, not all reviews are accurate. Not all of them are. Point given, I was looking for an apartment. The internet, the website, it had like a four-star review. So I thought, to me that's pretty good. Read the reviews, and there was, of course you're going to have, a bad review here and there, but most of them were pretty good for the most part. Moved into the apartment, and the apartments were not bad, but they were not great either. So again, you can't always go off a review, off of reviews that you find on the internet. So it's always best to it's always best to reach out to people, maybe get their opinion, ask them about their experience, ask them about what's going on or what could be better. You always want to get a little bit more information. Same thing when you are doing research and you are trying to gather information for a paper or maybe a discussion question, anything for school or even work. You don't want to just go off the first thing that you see that comes up when you type in your search engine. You always want to just validate where the information is coming from. Maybe reach out to the author, just to get a little bit more information. You don't want to just always take a person's word for it, because anyone can post anything on the internet. We all know that. Anyone can alter information that's found on the internet. So it's always good to do a little bit more research. And then two, if you find something like maybe an article, maybe you want to go to a local library and see if they have that article, whether it's in a newspaper or a magazine. If you're maybe doing some research and you come across a book that's online, maybe you want to go to not the internet, but the library, and see if that book is there, and just kind of, just make sure that the information is correct. You don't want to reference something in your work that isn't correct. And so I, for me, evaluating information on the internet, you always just want to look a little more deeper, do your research, ask questions, send an email, and before you do anything, because you don't want to put out wrong information out there. I know I don't like when I go somewhere and my experience was not great, or maybe I was expecting a little bit something, expecting something different according to the reviews, and it was totally different. And it can be disappointing. And, for me, I go off a review, so I'm going to give my review whether it was good or bad. And because I don't want another person to experience what I experienced, or assume or expect to have a great experience and then not get what they were looking for. Again, same thing with writing a paper. You don't want to just go write with the first thing that comes up on Google, because we might be expecting something different from what you're talking about, and then you put that information in there that's wrong or incorrect or false or misleading, and it can just, it ends up being a disappointment. So again, I hope all of you have a great evening. I look forward to listening to your videos. I hope you enjoyed it, and please critique mine, what I need to work on, what I need to change, Always open for improvement. Have a good week.